What are you doing out there? This part of your holiday?
Well, we're supposed to be off.
Yes.
But, I mean, you know, Christmas time when we takes a break, usually tries to take some time and just relax. But, man, I'm broke up relaxing.
I see you got that moved over there.
Yeah, well,
That
see,
couldn't
what I
have been easy
think,
either.
well, see, the problem was I had trouble with the furnace this week, okay?
Yeah.
Now, this summer we moved these here. So it restricts me. Now I can move this out and I can step on that and fix the furnace, but the ram, the hydraulic cylinder on that press was inside here. So every time that I had to get here to do something, I had to try to move that press out, and that's not easy to move. And of course, you were always grumbling about the oil filters, you couldn't get out.
No.
So they were over there. So I came out yesterday morning. Well, I came out to do my own thing, but ended up people coming in and getting stuff done, like skidoos and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey? But it worked out good.
Oh, they're both
I'm
happy.
telling you, like yesterday we did this skidoo for a fella. He got this brand new big friggin' thing. And it's got tracks on it that thick. And anyway, he wanted custom exhaust put on it. So he started to put custom exhaust on it, but he couldn't get the hole drilled through the body, and it had to be dead on because the chain case was in the way and whatnot. So anyway, when I did it, he was there with me, him and his buddy, and we got it all done. Anyway, we told him how much, and next thing he reaches in the truck and he gave us a great big turkey and
Yeah.
hey, a butter ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a smoked salmon and cod.
He tipped extremely well.
Man, so I told him, I said, man, look,
Take your money.
take your money. You know, that's way too much. You know, no, he said, I want to pay you too. So he was really pleased, right? So that worked out okay. So then I came back here and something else came up that I had to do a bit of welding for somebody. But anyway, so finally by the time I got back at this, I took that oil filter thing from the wall and I put it over here. Then the parts washer we put over there because that hardly gets ever used. Then of course I got this thing out over here. So we had to paint the back wall because of course where the oil filter thing was, this wasn't painted, so we painted that. So then what happened is this ram here had a tread end on it. And this here is the different machines that we're using for pushing stuff out. And of course the treads were getting damaged and stuff. So I came out, well, that's why it's smoky in here, they're using coolant. And I bored them out. And now if I want to change it, I'll just knock a pin out here. And then I can, and then I can change them. But then, you know, I was moving this across the floor. And of course, this weighs, we weighed at what, 130 odd pounds? Right? And of course, it's quite heavy for even two people to handle because it's like a real dead weight and you got to try to lift it up there. So Kathy said, is there any way that we can lift it up with that and haul it over here and put it there? And I said, no, not really. Then I said, well, maybe I could get up in the attic and put a hook up there and we could run that over there and put, because this one here is really made for our rotary table and stuff when we use it to lift it up. The rotary table is huge and it's quite heavy. And then we use it for lifting other things because it do come out, well, we'll show. So it comes out as far as that, right? And so then anyway, Kathy said, well, maybe we can put a hook there, we can have that come over, hook onto a pulley here, up on the ceiling, and come right here, right? And I said, hang on a second. The next time Princess Auto has one of these on sale, now this is the big one, the small one, something that lifts around 250 pounds, what we should do is get one, put it on the press with a little boom on it, so we can lift this up and put it in place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, of course, gets in there. Princess Auto got one on sale.
Perfect.
$100. So we're going to get one of those today. So now I'm thinking, well, okay, this is an interpack system. Made the old press years ago, right? But anyway, this is very, very expensive. Like to buy interpack with that is probably, this electric over hydraulic, I'm thinking it's probably $5,000 or $6,000 minimum.
Yeah, minimum is probably more.
Bought it at an auction, at an oil auction, right? So anyway, then I got to thinking. I said, well, okay, we're going to put the winch on there to lift the press brakes up. Well, maybe what I should do now is cut the welding clear here, and I had always intended on doing this. And I'm going to put some bearings in there so I can slide this back and forth off center. Because on occasion I've had to have that move to the left or to the right a little bit. So now I've gone from taking it easy to full-fledged fabrication.
That's how it goes on, isn't it?
Isn't it? Eh? It's crazy.
That's how it happened. One thing led to another.
Yeah, really, eh?
Yeah,
so,
all good ideas.
Yeah, so what we got to do is we got a customer coming in now, of course, with a vehicle. Now that I'm interested in this.
Well, that's how you get busy.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be on holidays, so now we got a customer coming in that I look after. And then after that, we're probably going to have to make a trip to the city and pick up some parts. Well, just the winch, really, because I've had this stuff here, these bearings and stuff here, probably for, I'm going to say, going on a year that I already anticipated on doing that off-center thing. But of course, haven't had the time, right? So, I guess this is going to be the time. Right. Because tomorrow we got like 50 to 80 millimeters of rain and 100-kilometer-hour winds.
Brutal.
And it's brutal, but it's going to be very warm. So that's what we're doing. So we'll be back to show you some progress.
Measuring tape, clicking.
Knife. So anyway, just so happened, a friend of mine called from St. John's. We're in town. Do you need anything picked up? Sure we did. Pick up a winch at Princess Auto.
What great timing.
Just dropped it off.
Yeah, fabulous.
So it was what, $70 off?
Yeah.
60, yeah, $70 off plus tax. So that's $80 odd, right?
Yep.
And look what else we picked up, or they picked up. A bag of springs.
Wow.
Made in the USA too. I mean, just look at the oddballs, right?
Yeah, look at that.
And there's always something you're looking for springs, right? Mm-hmm. You know, they're compression springs too, so in summer, yeah, they're going to come in very handy. I don't know what they were, $3 a bag or something.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is the lowest run of the winches that, or I shouldn't call it a winch, it's a hoist is what it is. Yeah. So we'll have a little look-see. So that's going to solve our problem of putting that.
Yeah, a big heavy thing up.
Yeah. That brake up there, right? Let's see what's in the box. We'll have an unboxing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have
Twice activated furnace. That's what we have.
one bracket, a bag of bolts, a remote control, a power cable, homework. We have a hook-see, which is cool. Ooh. Because remember, we used the next one up from this to build our pipe bender.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
There last year. And we have another one of those. And we have, holy smokes.
Well packaged.
And, oh my gosh. We have a hoist. And that's how it looks.
It's a beauty.
And this here's got a safety switch, see? So when it goes up, shuts it off automatically. Because this is upside down now.
Ooh.
We've got a rubber band in there. Boy.
want to get your finger stuck?
No, didn't I have a knife here? Well. I guess that was put on there during the manufacturing process.
I'm surprised it's still there because the elastic bands do perish out.
Yeah. It basically looks like that, but smaller. They get good reviews.
Oh yeah?
Well, I've never had any trouble with that one.
No, this one.
And of course the other one that we made the pipe roller out of, the tubing roller out of, that rolled a lot of tubing.
You got that right.
Well, it did the shelter for the fish pond,
That's right.
and then it did the one for a forky shelter.
Exactly. Never had a hitch.
Nope. Didn't skip a beat. It's a nice tidy unit. 3/16 cable, which is kind of nice. And I'm going to see now if it'll power up now shortly. Shortly, shorty.
Shorty.
Okay, I got to get a power cord right here. Because there's no point in going much farther with this unless we know it works.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And things can happen. You know if there's going to be a bad one, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Ever smooth, eh?
Yes,
See? Won't go no farther because it's switch, right?
perfect.
Now, if you wanted to, it is 220 pound capacity, pulling it just like that. Or, if you take it apart and you put that roller in here like that and you hook that hook on here like that, it's double capacity, 440 pounds.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
But we're not gonna
Not
need that, right?
No.
So, but
220 to do for the weight.
oh
of it.
yeah, well, it's only 130 pounds that do flicky. So it works.
Yeah, that's good.
And these things are for if you want to put. What happens is with these, hang on a minute. You put them there like that and like that, and then you can put your square tubing through,
Oh,
and then you can mount it. So we're not quite sure how we're going to do that yet, but we're going to do it. The main thing is the stars were all lined up. First of all, you came up with the idea, well, what about if you lift it up there and we pull it there?
yeah.
So that won't work, 'cause you can't pull it that far. But I said, well, maybe we can put the hook
right.
up there and
In
come
the
down.
ceiling, yeah.
Then I said, then you got to get up there and there's a lot of fooling around. Then I said, you know what? The next time one of them goes on sale at Princess Isle, the smaller one, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to try to hook it up to that. Then I went down, sat down at the computer, bang, it was on sale.
On sale.
Meant to be. Then our buddy calls. I said, Jesus, we got to get in now the weekend. Tomorrow's supposed to be very bad weather.
Yeah.
So now if we could get in St. John's and we could get that bot, call in, they had 15.
Yeah.
So anyway, then buddy calls up and says, you need anything in town? I'm in town.
Yeah.
Come on.
Couldn't believe it.
Yep.
It's meant to be.
Meant to be. So here we are. So what I got done now is I have this cylinder removed from up here. So what I need to do here is I need to put some angle iron welded on here but up alongside here, and that'll keep it centered. So that way it'll slide back and forth and it won't come off center.
Okay.
See? And then once I get the angle iron like that long on each side, I'm going to weld it in there. Then I'm going to turn around and then I'm going to cut the old ugly welds off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make up a rig. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. There's going to be 2 bearings.
It's still in developmental stages.
Yeah, well, I haven't really given much thought because I've been at that car.
Yeah, that's right.
So then there's going to be 2 bearings on each side,
Okay.
and then it's going to be able to roll back and forth.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
And then in regards of, because you asked me, well, is it going to move aside? No, really what happens is once this gets floating back and forth, when you start to push something down, that's going to push up on that,
Okay.
and it's going to keep it in place anyway, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. And that way I'll have the best of, it's going to be exactly what I want it then, because what I've got done then is I have a system to lift this.
Yeah. That
The-
heavy piece. Yeah. That heavy brake.
Yeah, and then plus I'll have this floating back and forth. Plus I got it moved where I can use the workbench and stuff now. Plus I can get at my furnace now if I need to fix it.
Wow.
There's a lot of little things
Yeah.
that, you
By
know.
moving that there, that's
Yeah.
a lot of things.
So it don't have to be fancy, it just needs to work. So that's what we're gonna do. So, but I'm not gonna do it today because we gotta go back at the car.
Yep, I'll go back at that car.
We'll go back at that car. We have an old bag light, an airbag light on it.
Language.
It was not bad language, old bag.
No,
Well, we saw an old bag on the road here this morning. It was blown across the road.
that's right. Get her dragged out on the floor.
See, this system here, this is made to go on site, where you can hook this up to anything hydraulic, because her tank and everything is in that, right?
Oh, it's meant to be portable.
See?
Oh, I never knew that.
So, but I don't know. This must be, man, I don't know how old that is. That's, I'm going to say 15 years old.
Say it has to be more than 15, I would think. But at
Well,
least
this
that.
is our 21st year starting next month.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say conservatively 15 years. Because we had bought this at we had bought something similar to this at an auction. And, but I scrapped what it was used for. It was used in a welding shop for checking welds. They had a knife here. Used to push down and it had a gauge on it. It would tell how much pressure it took to break the welds.
Oh,
I didn't want that. All I wanted was that system. So what I did is I took it all apart and I gave the rest of it to my brother.
oh yeah.
And then I just made this up out of some scrap that we had on hand at the time, right? So, but I I seen improvements now, like up here at the time, I put just rollers here, copper rollers, just act as rollers. Well, I got proper rollers that's going to go back there now for putting the bed up and down. And so, well, we got the next few days off because of New Year's.
Mm-hmm. Bonus.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to be off on holidays now.
Yeah.
So we've worked, I'd say 4 days.
But that always happens.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's okay. We hope it.
Oh, I don't mind that. No. When you do get a bit of time off, you appreciate it more, right?
Yeah, sure.
And it's like I always said, it's no good to be a service provider unless you're going to provide service,
No, that's right.
right? So yeah, so I'm going to come out tomorrow morning. We're going to dig into that and show you. Yeah, it's a nice system. This has got a lot of use.
It has.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But like when I did it kind of on the fly in a bit of a rush. And
But it's a good thing now you got a chance to service it and everything, right?
well, last winter around Christmas we restored the Gold Wing.
Yeah.
Put all new tires on that, all new fork seals, air filter, and a pile of other stuff. So last summer we basically had a new bike.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course the compressor was completely serviced with new cutoff switches and everything on it.
Yeah.
Then we restored the tire
I was
changer.
going to say, did we do that last year?
Yeah.
Forget when you did it.
I'm going to tell you, we put some work through here last year, doing this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So now this year, the only thing was really left to do was this, right?
Yeah.
But you really started because I only intended taking it from there and putting it there.
Yeah, moving it.
But me and you, remember our tire, our rig for lifting
Yeah.
our tire helper,
Yeah.
we used to put it on that and lift it up. And even then it was tricky, right? So I'm hoping now to have this rigged up where the crane is going to come out here,
Yeah.
be able to pick that up, and we'll just push it in, and then when the crane is not in use, it'll just fold in over the top that way. So it's not going to be real complicated, but it's going to be better than what we have, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's just a matter of cleaning it up a little bit.
Well, it's good to start off tomorrow fresh. It's late now anyway.
Well, it is that, yeah. But yeah, so because tomorrow's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be big time rain and big time wind. So yeah, it'd be a fun job, I think.
Yeah, it will.
I don't get too excited about doing stuff like this anymore, but I know what it takes to lift that up.
That's right.
And that's
incentive enough.
135 pounds, 130 pounds, is that what we said?
130, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's a dead weight too. It's, you know. And of course, the problem is with it, it's very close to the.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of wiggle room, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think when I bought this, when I bought the material for this, it was all scrap material.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it needed to be was scrap material. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say.
True.
Hey, bye. Hey, bye. Cool. Morning.
Morning.
Friday morning. What's the date?
December 30.
Spoke too loud.
I did.
Boys activated furnace cut in.
Yeah. Won't get up, but I love the heat.
Yeah. Anyway, thinking about last night, we had a design change already before we even started.
You had time to think last night,
Well,
did you?
yeah. See, I want this where to slide back and forth, so in other words, it can go off center if I need it. But I was going to make up a rig with bearings on it, two here, two on the other side, move back, forward. In order to do that, I'd have to have a little tiny gap between the plate and the frame. And that creates a little bit of a problem. Sometimes when you're pressing, you need to know exactly how much force you're putting on it without looking at the gauge. You'd be putting some force on it, and this would be moving up a little tiny bit just to go tight. So I don't like that. And plus I don't like the fact, man, if it ever kicks out, a piece of plate could hit you. You know, it could flick.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bit of quarter plate across the top, and I'm going to drill it out. I'm going to put 4 bolts down through. So that way, when I want to move this, I'll just loosen up the nuts, and I can push this either way. It's going to have a guide on the inside up against here. I can just push it back, then I can tighten it back down. And then once it's tightened back down, it's secure.
That'd be better.
I think so. And I'm really working with scrap. I shouldn't say scrap because somebody called me out on calling my steel over there scrap. When I say scrap, I just refer to metal that's left over from another job.
Yeah, it's
not stuff
throwaway.
that's, no, it's not throwaway. So it's stuff that's over there in a barrel and it's used, even if it's a piece that big, it gets used. So until it gets to the point where it gets in my way, then it gets thrown out and we start off with a whole new scrap barrel.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with that. And I'm just going to grind the welds off here. I'm going to just use a zip grinder with that. Grind them and get that down, and then I'll be able to figure out a little bit more. So I'm going to get to it now.
Yeah, I'm back. You're putting holes in there, so are you...
I'm going to bolt it down.
Yeah.
And that goes back over there. That's going to be bolted to the floor because, I mean, that's 130 pounds.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of reaction that's going to have.
No,
so just as well, for the sake of 4 holes and a couple of holes in the floor, it don't much matter, you know?
No.
But I'd rather do it that way than have it flipping over on me.
That's Right.
You know, you could be trying to winch that up and not really paying attention to what's going on, have it come down on top of you, right?
Not good.
No, so just as well to be safe than sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I gotta put her back down now, and then I'm gonna start cutting this off here. And yeah, there's kind of a little design flaw with this.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it really wasn't my fault. It works good. The only thing is, I got this winch system on it.
Yep.
Of course, I need to change the rollers. You might want to get away from
Yeah.
that fan. I got to change these rollers. But the problem is, see, this winch system was supposed to jack this table up really good.
Right.
But
Yeah.
and it works okay. The only thing is you got to nurse it, right? Because it's really out of balance, and especially when the pump goes on.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's still a lot better than trying to lift that by hand. Because with that pump and all those blocks on there, those plates, very, very, very heavy. Right? Yeah, so it's no big deal, but it's just something that I got to keep in mind.
Make changes while you're there.
All right.
Make improvements or changes while you're
I'm
there.
starting from the bottom, working my way up.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I did with this business, but I never got no further than that.
That's good.
No, I'm still the lowest on the totem pole.
Are you? Well, everybody can't be boss,
No, that's true.
right?
No, that's true.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, I wish I could get an application for your job.
Yeah. As you says now, you don't want my job.
No. There's a good many days I didn't want your job, especially when you gotta go collecting money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, they don't want you after.
No.
No. So yeah, it's just moving along slowly. But see, yesterday I really had my mojo going with it.
Yeah.
But it was all these interruptions.
Flowing and then yeah, that's right.
All these interruptions. Gee, you just get into it, you know. But that's it, you know.
That's just life.
That's just life, yeah. So I'll get ready now and cut that off. But before it starts cutting, I said I should put that strap around it. Because I figured I was going to have to just get in a little bit and then get up and hit it with the hammer. Went over and cut the last thing I felt.
Wow, that's a heavy piece.
That's a heavy piece, yeah.
Everything needs to be heavy when you got to press.
Yeah, so I was lucky to put the safety strap there.
Good thinking.
Well,
Don't want that dropped on your toes.
no, you don't want that dropping anyway. That's not nice. That's nasty when that stuff hits you.
Bad.
So I'm going to take that down now. And you can see where I have it marked. All right,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm going to put a bit of angle iron here. Prepared a piece about that long. On both sides welded in. That way when it goes up in place, it'll center itself.
Okay.
And that way I could be able to slide it back and forth without having to move it one way or the other, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So, because this was the original plate off the original press that we bought at auction.
Oh,
Because they had to tread it and all. So, well, what's the point of redoing?
well, it's already been done.
Yeah, reinventing the wheel, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I kept it and I utilized it for that, right?
That's good.
But I'm trying to do all of this job just based on what's here in the shop and materials. So,
Makes it challenging,
well,
I
it does make it challenging because I've got better ideas, especially for the hoist, but I just don't have the material. But we'll make do with what we have, right? And of course, it's like anything. There's 1,000 ways, different ways to do it. So I just got to come up with a way that suits me.
That's right.
Right?
One that's going to be good for you. Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll do that. So I just cut off some angle iron in the iron worker, and then I punched a couple of holes in it. So that's going to be my guides for up inside the press.
Bad.
This is simple enough. See, I got that angle iron under. That's only there for a guide. That's gonna go. Okay, keep it centered. So that will do it. Is it coffee time?
Definitely coffee time.
Okay, let's get some coffee. It's change up time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So now what we're doing is we're working on the top plate, because this other one is going to slide on the bottom, right?
Right.
The other one's just going to hold it in place.
Oh.
So that's what we're shooting for.
Should we get some holes in it?
Yeah, well what I got to do is we're going to be using carriage bolts. And the reason why we're going to be using carriage bolts is because if I punch the square holes in the plate, I won't have to have a wrench to hold the bolt up top.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Like, if I was designing this again, I'd have it totally different, but I'm working with what I still have.
Yeah,
right?
otherwise you got to scrap down and start over. That's a lot of work.
Well, yeah, it's expense too. You don't need that. But this press has worked flawlessly for 15 years.
Oh, 15 for sure.
The only thing is I had a couple of occasions where that needed to be off center a bit.
Okay.
And the other thing was, of course, was that big press brake. It's too heavy to lift. And after the bad back that I had this year, I'm really not that interested in hurting myself.
No, you gotta try to think smarter.
Yeah, so what I'm doing here now is I'm just basically setting up that square punch.
Okay. The wind's picking up.
Yeah, well, we got high wind warning in effect, and we have a lot of rain on the way. So folks, if anything, you're probably going to see some rain clearing videos.
Yeah, I don't know if that's been done before.
Not snow clearing videos, rain clearing videos.
Yep.
So we got to tighten up all of these guards and stuff, and change over takes a little bit of time. It's not bad. Yeah.
And everything, I mean, it's tear down setup time and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like machinery.
Well, that's the stuff that you don't see.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little test punch with some junk here. Yeah.
That's junk, just scrap.
Well, this is actually scrap.
Oh, is that really scrap junk?
Yeah, so.
Oh, I gotta get the hole.
I got to go down a size.
Okay. You got a
That's
smaller
why.
one?
That's why you need to test them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need to test them. So I'm gonna go back, change over.
Repeat the process.
Yeah. Anyway, we got the half-inch punch put in. See what happened was, Buddy was coming in,
Yeah.
and I wasn't looking. I was trying to give him some attention. By the way, when you see this here, that's cousin Marty came in one day and he was doing some body work on his mother-in-law's vehicle, and they had done some damage. So I said, well, come in, I'm going to lend you the stud gun. So I showed him how to use it, and that's studs from the gun, so you can pull it. You put a, once you weld them on, you put a slide hammer on it, and you pull the dents out, right? That's why. That's why it's like that. So, hopefully, galvanized, see, takes up a bit of space, right? So I'll just ground off the galvanized. Yeah. Even a regular nut will work on a galvanized bolt, as we found out, right?
Yes.
But yeah, so I'll just clean off the galvanized here, and then that'll work perfect. I would have rather not have galvanized, but
You gotta go with what you can.
here's what you when you live on a rock out in the middle of the North Atlantic, you take what you can get.
Yep,
Right?
exactly.
Now, we shall cut off this. Let's say this don't have to be perfect, but maybe I might have to, let me see here now. I got to do some measure. I'll be back in a second. And I was right, I just had to
Confirm it.
confirm. So this is some quarter plate. And why are we using quarter plate? Because all of this plate is going to do is hold that bottom plate up.
Okay.
It's not going to be under any stress, because once you start punching, the bottom plate is what takes the strain, right? And plus, we have quarter plate. If I want to come over here, you won't see much right there. So this don't have to be dead on the mark, but try to get her as close to good. Nah, I just want her gooder.
You just made up a word?
I want her gooder. Now, of course, what happens is next, I have to cut a hole in the center here so that this can go down through it.
Wow.
So I'll use the plasma for that, see?
Zip.
Zip, yeah. It's not, I'm not going to worry too much about how tidy it looks, but we will do that. And of course, what happens is here,
That's on top of
and it goes up like that, see?
it. Okay.
And then the cylinder comes up through, carriage bolts drop down through. As soon as I find the carriage bolts. You see the carriage bolts? One. Oh, here it is. So he's going to drop down through.
Okay, I got someone coming up the back.
So the zinc is grinded off. Well, in our business we call it the stink is grinded off. See, now it fits down the hole better, right?
Yeah.
Can't see it, maybe this. Hang on, now it's over. I can't see it. See?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't think I could listen to all the grumbling.
They'd have to take your word for it.
Yeah. So this is just going to be a little test fit. Before I go too far.
Yeah, that's better engineering.
Well, it's simple, but it works. See? Now those bolts won't be that high, won't be that long. I'm going to cut them off. So they're going to be, it's going to be a nut under. There's going to be a washer on there as well, so.
Drop your nut.
I know. Good when you drop a nut at my age. You gotta bend down and pick it up. What's wrong with you?
Or leave it there.
You know what? You're perverted. I know what you were thinking.
You don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, I know what you were thinking because I saw that evil friggin' laugh.
Evil?
Evil.
Oh,
Evil.
I didn't know I had an evil laugh.
Yeah, you do. So, everybody at home now needs to use their imagination.
Yeah. Magic.
So, the cylinder is coming down, and then when we want to move it,
Ah, yeah.
see?
Oh,
Now, wouldn't putting bearings there be a total waste of time?
really?
Can I have a frying gravy, please? Might as well give me an onion rings, too.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah.
That'd be really.
Well, yeah, so, you know, wouldn't it have been a waste of time?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look how it slides,
Yep.
right? So, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it is a good invention.
That's coming along pretty good.
Yeah.
And again, where they're carriage bolts, I won't have to worry about holding up top. See?
Okay.
So you just, you know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah, I do.
See?
Okay, perfect.
And that's how it's going to work. Because face it, 99% of the time, this is going to be right smack dab center.
Yeah, it is.
It's only those.
1% at a time.
Yeah.
Move it.
See?
Yeah.
Now, of course, oh, you have somebody coming.
Oh,
See what I mean? When you get going, always somebody coming. And the worst with it is that they're right interested in this stuff.
yeah, that's right.
So you gotta go,
I know.
you know?
Very interesting.
Yeah. What are you doing? Then you gotta go through it all over again. So last one I just said, watch the video. Yeah,
Back
so,
later, it'll all be explained.
yeah. So anyway, what we gotta do when you want to move it off center is just go over. Of course, I can do it all from this side because this is gonna technically be the front of the machine. And you slack it up. Okay. Now, I could have probably shaved a bit more off of that plate and got it closer, but I have never ever had to get it that close. I just needed it off center a couple of inches in the past. So, 21 years this month, or next month.
Yeah.
We start our 21st year or 22nd year?
We were starting 22.
So we're starting, so after 21 years, I'm finally getting around to doing this.
Yep.
And I gotta do it while we're on holidays.
Yeah.
And then everybody says, man, you got it made when you own your own business. Hey?
Yeah.
It's true, eh? Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here now is for a reference point, I'm gonna mark dead center. And that's gonna tell me exactly, just by reference, where dead center is to. I'm just gonna cut a little notch in it.
Okay.
A snotch.
Oh, okay. So you can leave it
There. So I
there
can leave it center, right? Dead center.
99% of the time.
Yeah, so, because believe it or not, right now it's not even dead center. That's off a full 1/4 inch.
Wow.
My
1/4
Lord,
inch.
what is wrong with me? Okay. So, then, I shall take the grinder and cut a little snotch in that. Then I'm going to take it down. Then I'm going to have to burn that round hole in it so the cylinder
Go down through.
can go down through, yeah. And I must say though, like I'm pretty pleased with it so far. That worked out good because those bearings, they were going to be all along here.
Yeah.
There was too much going on, right?
Yeah. Then they gotta be greased and serviced and everything else.
Well, sometimes simple is just better, you know? And the thing is too with the bearings is this is what I was going to talk to you about. For the people at home, people said, well, the bearings would have been nice. The only thing is, see, with the bearings, you would have had to have this much slack in it so you can move it back and forth all the time, right?
Yeah.
At least this way it's anchored down. It can't kick out.
Perfect.
So it's simpler. There's nothing to wear out. There's no maintenance to it other than tightening it.
No brainer.
I mean, I could even get real fancy and put some knobs there. It's only just to hold it up in place, but I mean, it's no big deal. Yeah, so I think it's going to be copacetic. That's the word for today, copacetic.
Okay.
Hey?
See Google going now.
Oh yeah, Googleize that one, folks. Copacetic. Googleize it, quick.
You're going to be wondering what's going on. That's the word everyone's Googling today.
Yeah, you know what I should do? I should cut them off now. Well,
Oh, you dear?
well, I got them there. Yeah, cut them a bit shorter. I'm just gonna cut them off with the zip gun or with the zip grinder.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you still got to use the rough old tools.
Yeah, sure.
Now I'll tell you how fussy I am. The holes in that plate here, I drilled them by hand. Fellas say, why didn't you use the milling machine? Well, the milling machine's clean. So I drilled them by hand, and actually it wasn't hard to drill. And
a lot of mess to a drill.
then people says, well, how come you didn't punch them? Well, that's a 1-inch plate, and you can only punch up to 3/4 inch thick in this.
Wow.
So, no big deal. It all worked out in the end. And so, it is what it is. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to get the zip grinder here now. I'm going to put a disc on, and we're going to cut that off. I got you to move back that far
Yeah.
because these things can shatter.
Not good.
We don't want to be getting hurt. sometimes the simple tools are still
Those are good,
the ones
Yep.
you use, right?
aren't they?
You can't replace them.
No.
That's like an adjustable wrench and a pair of vice grips.
Yeah.
They're the meat and potatoes of any shop.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I like about vice grips and stuff like that. They even act as hammers sometimes. Especially if you're out there and you're too lazy to come and get the hammer.
Oh yeah, that happens often.
Oh yeah.
Use what you got on hand.
Yeah,
or
exactly,
hand.
right? So now I have to get my cadeo. Where's my cadeo? I need to mark that top plate so I'll know
You gonna notch it?
the orientation it goes in. A big word, isn't it?
Boy, you're pulling out all the stops here
I
today.
said if I could, I saw that on CNN this morning. I said if I can only get that out before it forgets it.
You did.
Yeah. So the top is there and forward. So I don't know, yeah. Yeah, I can take it all apart again. It's not too bad. Especially when you cheated it. Like that.
Uh-huh.
But the iron worker do make it faster.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I like the fact I don't have to hold those bolts up top. Oh, I beat it all up.
Something is about to fall down behind me.
That's the guard for DRO.
Got it?
What's a DRO? Do you remember?
Digital. Did I get the first word right?
Yeah, first word's right.
Digital. Not recording.
Digital readout.
Ah, darn it. So simple.
Yeah.
I almost had it.
I was only going to give you 400 more guesses.
I almost had it.
Yeah. You were only getting 400 more guesses.
I might have named them all too.
Yeah. You know, I guess people right now are questioning my sanity. Be out here on your holidays doing this stuff.
I don't think so. We're not just sitting around or type.
No, really, eh?
Well, this is progression. This is progress.
Well, this is
Something you
something
need.
that, yeah, this is something that I've been threatening to do for a long time.
Yeah, not waste of time.
You know, once that gets over, we're probably going to paint it and clean it up and bolt it to the floor. It's going to be a much safer environment.
Yeah.
You and I won't have to be lifting that by hand anymore,
No,
hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of pluses here with this, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to work on that, obviously, and get that done. Okay, so I got my little circle cutter here. I'm not doing nothing too fancy here, folks. Just wants to cut that circle out. And try to do it without arsing it all up. Like I say, it don't have to be perfect because probably the hole for it is not center anyway, so let's see what happens. That'll do.
Yeah. Good.
No need to be too fussy. I had to weld it to the table because the clamp was in the way.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it worked out good.
Oh, that's not bad. round out the ends of the bolts a bit.
Okay.
So you rub your hand up against and it won't cut your hand.
Yeah. Better than scratching yourself up on them.
Yeah, well, you know, if I cut my wrist or something on that, it'd be on TMZ. Paul Short tried to commit suicide with a carriage bolt. Cut his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, on TMZ now.
Yeah, TMZ of all places.
Right?
Yeah.
You know how they gossip.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it's a show that I like.
Yeah, it is. It's good, isn't it? Well, I guess it's reporting real life situations news.
Look, I remember as a little kid, you'd be looking at the Enquirer, National Enquirer at the cache, eh?
Yeah.
There with your mother, you'd be looking at all the pictures, and you know, they'd have Martians and
Yes.
space aliens and, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, at least TMZ is not like that.
No.
Yeah. They seem to come up with the stories before everybody else, too.
Oh, it's like something. You know, I was amazed at how somebody's always at a certain site.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look for some washers here now, and then we'll get back at it.
Yeah, now it's a roller.
Let's see what I got here. That's garbage. So I'm going to try to attempt to make up a decent roller to put there.
Okay.
So that's my next line of attack. Yeah. Then after that, well, I'm going to put the cylinder in first. I'm going to prime up and under there first, and then I'm going to put the cylinder down. Then I'm going to know where the cable's got to be. And then after we get these mounted, it's the mount the hoist.
Okay.
See how we're going to do that. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but we're designing on the fly again.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll see it when we get to it.
Right on. Okay, after a few more delays, we have the new pulleys put up there. And over here. And it works very much smoother now, so. And we got this thing here can move back and forth smoothly. So now we got to go for the hoist. So now I'm going to working on the hoist. Of course, now the problem that I have here now is this plate, this upper plate here needs to slide back and forth. So again, using what we already have here, we're going to make up a duplicate.
Wow.
And then we're going to hang a plate from here. Then the hoist will go here, and we should be in business. It's only 130 pounds for lift, so I mean, my gosh, that's 1/8. That's 1/8 square stock, square tubing, and we'll make up this. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, I guess it wants to be on the floor anyway.
Man, I'm just saying. too much of a mess here now.
Yeah.
But I'm down to the last half hour of it or an hour. And I don't want to stop and clean up because I'm going to need some of them freaking tools.
Well, you need a lot of things. I mean, how the heck would you cut that piece of metal?
Well, I could have cut it in the iron worker, but... And this old curling hoses, they get in your way too, you know?
Yeah,
But we'll get it done. Tic Tac.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. If it works, it'll be nice.
Of course it's gonna work. What you think?
We don't know yet.
You got it raised up so your other thing can slide.
Yeah, I'm just using that as a spacer. That's the,
Exactly.
you know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just tacking here now.
Okay.
So now I can take that down and weld it up strong, and then see if I can weld it onto the frame here.
Okay.
If I can't, what I'll do is, if I don't know how to do it, I'll go and look up a YouTube video or something, like someone under.
Somebody must know.
Somebody must know how to weld that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
What thinkest thou?
I will. Might as well show them the weld. Do you want to say you didn't show me the weld?
Oh yeah.
That'll do. Yep.
Yeah, that'll be strong.
Oh yes, it'd be very strong when it's done. Man, it looks like some kind of mini light bar for something.
Yeah, sure does, doesn't it? Yeah. Mini light bar.
Yeah. You know what? That might work.
I think so.
Might. Man, listen to the wind, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta grind down because I don't know what's on that for paint. I gotta grind down that.
Okay.
Runner.
Good.
Well, yeah.
One end done. One end done.
No. Nope, not done yet. Wowzers. Paint is, you can see a few bits of paint still left on. You can't grind. That kind of fools you up here when it started.
Yep.
That's the little bits of paint.
Just
See?
messing with it.
Arse me up, right? Well, now, in the meantime, there's not too serious. Very strong.
Okay.
I gotta do down over the side there, see?
Okay.
See right there?
Yeah, the whole end piece
The
here.
end piece right on the end.
Oh, yes,
See?
Yep.
I'll do that next. Or I'll attempt to. The winch is in my way. But anyway, want to have a look?
Ooh, yeah.
I want to get back over this way a bit so I can see it closer. Move in a bit. Move in a bit. Move in a bit.
What are you doing?
Let's see how close you get into it.
Well, I wasn't going much closer than that.
So now I gotta do the t'other side.
Yeah, do the t'other side.
My gosh. Man, there's some lines and wires going.
It's quite,
Man,
quite a
how come
mess.
they can't make all this stuff cordless?
I don't know. Wouldn't get the power?
No, they can't get power. No.
Is it?
Yeah. You might as well get one look here
Yeah,
too.
we gotta see the other side. Come around over here.
Yeah, it burned it. You can see the paint was burned off. Is you happy?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. So you had a good gap there now, huh? Might have to put a bit of grease on that after. Well, of course, they're not really that loose either, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is get that thing, and I'm gonna have to make a ledge. Probably have it come. I like to have. I had all kinds of visions of this. I was gonna make a swing out hinge and have it come out, and I said, "Geez, you know, like, I mean, you could take a month to do this. Now, I don't want to take a month to do this. This got to be done today so we can get the video up, huh?
Yeah.
So I can tighten this down here now. Yeah. Anyway. So we know it's going to turn now.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why I put the shim there, see, to get the gap. Call that an ear gap. Yeah.
Yeah, we freely move then. You
Huh?
can freely move on the top
Yeah.
side.
Like I say, I mean, it's hardly ever going to have to move,
The rollers turned out nice. You did them when I was gone.
but yeah, but fooling this.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah. Like all of this stuff to look at takes like, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Man, there's nothing 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not for me anyway. Maybe I'm slower than most people.
Forgot to stop for lunch.
Honest to God, I just said, man, I'm hungry.
Well, yeah.
And here it is, 10 to 3. Yeah, but then we've had people coming in too, right?
That's right.
So, and I kind of got distracted.
True. And they get in with a lot of interest.
Huh?
It's a lot of interest
Oh,
too,
yeah.
they get in.
One poor guy just come in here, young fella, she looked like he froze to death.
Mm-hmm.
On here, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very tough.
No, he wasn't tough at all, was he?
No, he's no Rambo.
Now, in his defense, he wasn't moving around. He was just standing around.
Well, you had to go get the second coat, huh? Yeah. Welding shops are cold though.
Yeah, that's true because
And they're dark and they're dingy. I mean, look at the smoke in here.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to.
The next procedure.
The next procedure, yeah. Well, the next procedure is just to try to figure out how I'm going to hang this thing.
Oh, you're right. Did you say you had to put another lip up on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
The idea. See, it would be nice if you could put it that way, but you
Oh, yeah.
can't because that's a safety switch there, right?
Oh.
So it's going to go this way, back in that area, right?
Yeah.
Because you want it to lift from the center.
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. It's not in the way or anything. It's up. It's just high enough.
Yeah, so all I got to do is figure out now. Yeah.
Does that have to slide as well? No.
No,
No, it wouldn't
that can
need
stay perfectly yours too. Man, I'm going to tell you what, the next time I buy a measuring tape, I'm not buying one with feet on it. If that jumps right out of my pocket over there on the workbench. Every
Really?
time. Every time.
Yeah, it's hard to hang on to a measuring tape and a pencil.
Yeah. It's brutal. Yeah, so we're going to make up a fight and then we'll be back and show you how it turned out. Ah, it moved on me. Sounds like a motor out by the door. All that howling.
Lots of different sizes of material though.
Yeah. 16 by 10. So we got to snibble a bit of that off.
Oh, yeah?
We do. Yeah, you need
Another
this.
snibble.
Huh?
Another snibble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of material. Different thicknesses, sizes. My
Yeah.
gosh.
Sure do. What a fantastic machine, eh?
Wow, I mean, that just snaps it off so smooth. The edge
Yeah.
is perfect.
Probably one of the most beneficial tools we ever put in the
Oh,
shop.
yeah?
Eh?
Absolutely.
Now I gotta go get a file folder because we gotta get the bolt pattern off of this.
Alrighty, I'll go get you one.
Huh?
I'll go get you
Now
one.
hang on, now we might be able to take this apart.
Oh, yeah?
I need to get, trying to get the orientation right, okay. So we'll have to go that way. Yeah, I think we can, I'm gonna take the
Just take the cover off.
Take the cover off. And now I can just flip it over and just pencil out where the hole's gonna go.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's good. There on there, size it up.
Yeah. You just know it.
Slid it.
Yeah, well I kind of tapped it.
Well, don't tap it.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Okay. There we go.
Oh.
It's done now. Measure
Marker.
tape. Marker.
I'll tell you what, those Milwaukee markers,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Lasts
Seriously.
a long time.
Yeah, and, you know, and they mark well, you know.
Okay.
So now we have to go punching some holes.
I have to change your dice up again then.
I don't think so. I don't remember what stuff got in there, to tell you the truth. If it's gonna do it, it's only just gonna do it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, let me be able to run the drill through. I'm gonna open that door for a little while, let some smoke out. Just done it. It might be too tight for the adjustment, right? But I'm lazy and I don't want to change the punch over.
There, we're getting lazy now.
What's this called?
Yours.
Stripper.
Looks like more stripper than me.
No?
Talking about the red, the other red.
Yep. Well, it's a guard here.
Yeah. Stripper, I would more call it press. Okay.
I might have to drill them a bit bigger because there's no way they're all going to line up
No.
with that. Hey, bud.
Nope. You can get a bigger drill. You can get out a drill bit, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do. What do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah, that'll be plenty strong too. So straight pull up and then
And then,
pushing, right?
yeah, that's gonna be good.
And I'm gonna have it where, like the remote control, the wired remote control for the pump and everything's here, so I'll have that too, right?
Yeah.
It'll be all on the same side. 'Cause you don't want to be able to grab it over here for something and grab it over here for something.
Oh, yeah.
Have it all in the same place,
Yeah, on
right?
the same side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's nothing how I envisioned it was going to be because I had much more complicated idea. But see, when you start piecing it together, you start to see other ways.
Yeah, that's what
I
happened.
mean, there's dozens of ways of doing this.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That's right. That's where everybody has different ideas for it when they look
Oh,
at
yeah.
stuff.
oh, there'll be no difference now when
No,
everybody
so-
sees it.
So many ways to do it. You have to do it the way it works out for you.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm going to weld that, then I'm going to, while that's cooling down, I'm going to put this back together, see?
Okay.
Well.
This is the last of the sticker. We tried it, works good.
I don't know yet. We don't know. I just put it up there.
Huh?
Man, oh man, cheers, 5:30. Been at this all day.
Yeah.
You're on camera.
Well, talk about warning somebody.
Well, that's it. That's it. He does it to me.
It's different.
Yellow's kind of nice because it matches the yellow on the
Yeah, it's true.
duplicate, Gary. I don't know how straight that is because right now I'm cross-eyed anyway.
We'd say.
Oh God, I didn't even go in for dinner.
No.
No,
No dinner.
no dinner. But it looks crooked because that's the floor's not level.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're gonna get your bolts done too?
Yeah, I went and put one in there, but he went down the floor, so it's good enough.
Okay.
Anyway, warning, keep hands and junk clear. Well, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You want to see it working?
Yeah, I do.
I got that permanently put there. Now remember, that's 130 pounds,
That's right.
right?
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Pretty good, huh?
Pretty good. You only did that and bounce it around, You're right, it is a tight fit, look, it's right.
Oh yes, that's the trouble. See, lifting it in is,
Yeah.
you know, there's a 1/4 inch.
Wow.
But see, what was going on before, I would compromise and use some other tool because I didn't want to lift that up, right?
Yeah.
So, have a look. We'll pull it out again.
Wow. It really needs it, doesn't it?
Huh?
It really needs it.
Yeah.
Wow. Super cool.
And then, of course, the other one. The other one is. And then we put the baby one in there. I can lift him because I'm tough.
You ever did weigh the baby one?
Nah, the baby one's only 15, 20 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. That's it.
Sweet.
Nice job, thank you.
Wow. Small hurt. What a day.
Brutal.
Oh my God.
Brutal, brutal, brutal.
Yeah.
There's a hurricane out there tonight.
Yeah, sure. is.
Pouring rain. The trees are all. Hey.
Yeah,
Anyway, folks, we're going to call this a wrap.
that's it.
Before we go, we'd like to wish you a happy new year and a prosperous and healthy one as well.
Absolutely.
And we have some, I guess, kind of bad news right now.
Yeah.
We won't be doing any more videos till next year.
Which is Sunday,
Which is Sunday.
right?
Yeah.
So
Sunday,
you're going to have to try to hold out.
Yeah, that's it.
Hang on, hang in there.
So folks, thanks a million for watching. Thanks to all our subscribers. Thanks to all our watchers. Thanks to all our people who comment.
That's right.
We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video. Well, we'll see you next year, folks. You guys take care. God bless.
See you until next year.